I'm Martha Wingfield. I'm one of the pastors here, and it's my joy to welcome all of you to this special Vacation Bible School celebration. It has been such a fabulous week here, and we are so glad that so many of you have come back for not only worship, but I understand a pretty great party after church today. So, a couple of announcements. First of all, I'd like to introduce Reverend Diane Davis, who has some invitations.
One of the things I want to let you know about is that in a week and a half, we have our weekend of Labor with Our Neighbors, which is a special outreach event time. We have some special outreach projects that are just for families, like some cleanup down at Lake Murray. We have some coloring of placemats to go down to Kairos Ministries. If you are interested in doing kind of an outreach opportunity with your children, stop at the tables out front, and the ladies out there will help you know some really good ideas and things that we can do just to teach our kids and our families how to reach out and help others.
I'd also like to call your attention on the back of your order of service are a number of our programs that are directed for children's ministry here at this church. We have a real emphasis on music as well, so there are a number of children's choirs, and those will be starting up. So please know that you are most welcome to take part in those. Before we begin the service, I want you to know, and those of you who have been here every day this week, know how much work goes into Vacation Bible School. And it's not something that is just by any means thrown together in a couple months. It's about a 6-month project. And so there are a couple of people that we really, there are volunteers galore during the week. I think there were 70, is that right? About 70. But two people who worked on Vacation Bible School with their hearts and their minds for many, many months are Holly Culbertson and Reverend Diane Davis. So I'd like them to stand. We always begin church here at San Carlos. We invite you to stand and greet your neighbor.
when hope was all but gone. A second chance to sing a brand new song. You opened up my eyes to see. You rescued me, rescued me. You showed the way when there was no way out. Cleared up my mind when you erased all doubt. You made me strong when I was weak. You rescued me, rescued me. Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. Holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. You are my God. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. You are my God. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. You are my God. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. So I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. You are my God. I'm holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through.
Sit down. Everybody just sit down where you're at. Sit down right where you're at. And adults, I'm going to ask you to stand and join me in our call to worship. Lord, we gathered here this morning to celebrate an incredible week, learning about Jesus here at Shipwreck Vacation Bible School. Thank you, God, for the lives reached, inspired, and changed. We have learned that when you're lonely, Jesus rescues. When you worry, Jesus rescues. When you struggle, Jesus rescues. When you do wrong, Jesus rescues. And when you're powerless, Jesus rescues. Go ahead and stand and let's sing our song, Lighthouse.
In my wrestling, in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are peace in my troubled sea.
a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth should change, though the mountains shake and the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, though the mountains tremble with their tumult. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. God is in the midst of the city. It should not be moved. God will help it when the morning dawns. The nations are in an uproar. The kingdoms totter. He utters his voice. The earth melts. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come behold the works of the Lord. See what desolations he has brought on the earth. He makes wars cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. Be still and know that I am God. I am exalted among the nations. I am exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Now, those of you who've been here all week with us know that Jim Noland was here. We were not stranded all by ourselves on this island. But Jim joined us because a skydiving trip went horribly wrong, and he ended up here. On Friday, Jim heard a plane come, and he got rescued, and we're hoping that maybe we see him today, and he brings back some help to us.
Hey guys! Hello.
Hey,
What's going
Jim!
on?
It's so good to see you, but why are you back? Did you have another skydiving problem?
No way, no how. My skydiving days are over. I actually guided in a team of search and rescue experts. We're going to rescue us and get us all off the island back home.
Awesome. Thanks for coming back for us.
You are so welcome. I know how lonely this island can be. Plus, I kind of felt bad taking up the last seat on the plane with my coconut collection.
Yeah, that was kind of low, I won't lie, but you don't have to worry about being lonely. We all have each other. And don't you remember what we talked about on Monday? When you're lonely, I'm so glad that we can rest in the fact that Jesus is with us. He knows us better and loves us more than anyone else ever could. Jesus is always holding on to us. Let's sing a song that helps us remember that. We're going to sing I Am. How about kids, if you want to stand up, and adults will stay seated so they can see the screen.
There's no space that his love can't reach. There's no place where we can't find peace. There's no end to amazing grace. Take me in with your arms spread wide. Take me in like an orphan child. Never let go, never leave my side. I am holding on to you. I am holding on to you. In the middle of the storm, I'm holding on. I am. There's no space that his love can't reach. There's no place where we can't find peace. There's no end to amazing grace. Take me in with your arms spread wide. Take me in like an orphan child. Never let go, never leave my side. I am holding
Cheers, thank you. We are professional dancers. Well, being back in civilization has been great and all, but I did miss you guys. Speaking of friends, I have a friend I want you guys to meet. Wanda! Wanda, where are you? Whoa, Wanda, chill, goody, happy place. You good? Okay. You good? No more questions? Okay, guys, this is Wanda Worrywart. She is the search and rescue expert in charge of the search and rescue team. They say she's so good she actually found a needle in a haystack one time. But she is kind of a worrywart.
Worrywart? I'm not a worrywart. I just ask a lot of questions to make sure I get all the facts.
You know, Jim, we should tell her about what we learned when we were here. What we learned about a certain toe-eating snail.
I know. Yeah, that's a good call. Actually, listen up. Wanda, we all worry sometimes. It's normal. But when we worry, Jesus rescues.
There's always going to be something to worry about. But Jesus is even bigger than any of our worries. Believing in someone is that powerful is comforting. When we have faith in God, it creates nothing in the uniform that can keep us from not feeling comfortable. Let's sing one of our favorite songs, Won't Worry About a Thing.
rather not spend another night on this island. You know, everything here's a struggle. We have to find food, we had to build a shelter, we have to make our own fire, the mosquitoes are horrible, and then those sunburns during the day, they're getting to me.
Don't even let me get started on that monkey. Yeah, he's been a pain all week. But trust me, I know firsthand how hard life can be here. But when things seem really rough, it helped me to hear that when we struggle, Jesus rescues.
Things might be hard, but we aren't ever really truly alone. God is always with us, especially in the eye of the storm. When life gets crazy and everything around us seems like it's crumbling down, God is right there in the middle of it, holding on to us. We have a song about that. In the eye of the storm. I saw some of you kids dancing in the aisle. That's fine if you want to come out here or on the sides, because we love to see you dancing. Let's sing Eye of the Storm.
maybe you just ditched us so that you could have like your own little dance party. And I was like, no. If there's a dance party, I am so there. And here you are. Let's take a selfie. Oh, that's so going on Instagram when we get cell service again. Whenever that might be. This island is so lame. No Wi-Fi, no pools. The beach is crawling with gross crabs. Can we go soon?
Well, I spoke to the pilot. He went off to find some water, and before he left, he said, "Jim, don't touch anything else." I mean, he's so bossy. It's not my fault. I was on the helicopter. My phone was running low, so it looked like a USB port. It should have been labeled, right? I plugged it in, then, sparks and smoke started coming out, and I mean, I know I should have listened to him, but he was just bossing me around so much. Anyway, when he got back, he said that I broke something with a really long name and that we can't take off.
Oh no. Now we're never going to get off this island. I really don't want to be here. I'm tired of all these crabs.
I'm so super sorry. I should have just listened to the pilot and obeyed him. He made me so mad when he was bossing me around. I messed up, and now we're going to be stuck here, Wanda, without cell service.
Well, we all mess up. Every one of us does wrong stuff sometimes. But when we do wrong,
Jesus rescues.
He rescues us from when we do wrong things, like when we disobey or tell lies or are mean to a friend. Jesus always is there to rescue us and forgive us. Jesus is love and forgiveness never runs out. Jesus is always there to be your friend and rescue you from any wrong. Let's go ahead and sing the song, Rescue Me.
rescues my heart, but we're still stuck here on this island. If we could somehow get some cell service, we could call for help.
Let's just face it, we're stuck. We're stuck with a broken helicopter, we're stuck with no cell phone service, we're stuck with a bunch of random kids that keep appearing and dancing. I don't know what that's about. It's a weird island. The fact remains, we are completely and utterly powerless to get off this island, Holly.
Actually, when you're powerless, there's a lot that's out of our control, Jim. Sometimes there's just nothing we can do, and we have to trust God. That's why I'm so glad that God is in control of everything. And the Bible promises us that same power God used to raise Jesus from the dead actually lives inside of us all the time.
Oh, that's sweet, Holly. Excellent to hear.
Hey guys, you're never gonna believe it. I got a bar.
Wait. What?
Hello. How rude.
Hello?
I had 3 pictures I wanted to post on Instagram. No one will believe him on an island like this.
Guys, pack your things. We're getting off the island. Probably. The pilot fixed the helicopter and we can leave. Excellent. We can leave. let's pack our stuff.
Well, there is a time when we do get a time to leave the island, to leave Vacation Bible School, but this week we have learned a lot of lessons. We know that as Christians and as people of faith, that things don't always go the way we plan. But we know no matter what, God and Jesus are there to rescue us. Whenever we feel lonely, Jesus rescues. When we're worried, Jesus rescues. When we struggle, Jesus rescues. When we do wrong things, Jesus rescues. And when we feel powerless, Jesus rescues. Let us prepare ourselves for a time of prayer and give thanks to God with singing A Million Reasons.
Thank you, God, for rescue from the middle of the ocean deep. Rescue from the middle. Set my feet on solid ground. You set my feet on solid ground. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Everything I have, I owe it all to you. For everything you are and all you do, Lord, I can write a book, fill every single page with a million reasons to thank you, Lord. Thank you, God, for the big blue sky. Thank you, God, for the big blue sky. Birds that fly so high. Birds that fly so high. Thank you, God, for all my friends. Thank you, God, for all my friends. Thank you, God, for your awesomeness. Thank you, God, for your awesomeness. Everything I have, I owe it all to you. For everything you are and all you do, Lord, I can write a book for every single page with a million reasons to thank you, Lord. All you've done. Thank you, God, for all you've done. You gave your one and only Son. Gave your one and only Son. Now I can have eternal life. Now I can have eternal life. Thank you for my open eye. Thank you for my open eye. Everything I have, I owe it all to you. For everything you are and all you do, Lord, I can write a book, fill every single page with a million reasons. Everything I have, I owe it all to you. For everything you are and all you do, Lord, I can write a book, fill every single page with a million reasons to thank you, Lord.
Let us now join together in our unison prayer. Wonderful God, creator of ocean waves and children's laughter, designer of each sunrise and painter of each sunset, we praise you for this marvelous world of stunning color, gentle sounds, and wondrous smells. We praise you for planting your gift of love deep inside of us so that we naturally want to share it with the young. We praise you for Jesus, who blessed and loved children. Loving God, we thank you for the children children as they grow, that the love of Jesus may grow in them as well. Amen. Now it is the time in our service when we give back to God out of the many blessings that God has given us. And before the ushers come forward, I want to let you know that we have a whole lot of people on the wall over here. And each of those people represents $10 that the kids brought in. This week, we challenged the kids to bring in $500. And if they did, Dave and Holly and I would have to play the game Pie Face. Well, they brought in $1,000 this week. So Dave and I and Holly and Miss Wanda Worrywart and Kim Ports, who's not here, she's off with our Sierra Service group, we all got pies in the face. And if you would like to help support that communion offering envelope in your bulletin today will go to that particular offering also. So let us give back to God out of the many blessings we have received. Ushers, you may come forward at this time, and the video on the screen will show you some of the highlights of Vacation Homes. doxology, but we didn't plan for a pianist, so we're singing a cappella. So, praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above the heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen. Gracious God, we offer ourselves with our prayers. Join with me. Confident that you have a purpose for them and for us. Expand our limited vision to embrace new possibilities. We rededicate our lives at this altar. May our offerings reach beyond the barriers of our former thinking and doing. In the Spirit of Christ, we would pray and live. Amen. And children, I'm going to invite you one last time to come forward as we sing our closing song, Never Let Me Go.
Sing a brand new song. You open up my eyes to see. You rescued me, rescued me, rescued me, rescued me. You showed the way when there was no way out. Cleared up my mind when you erased all doubt. You made me strong when I was weak. You rescued me. Rescued me. Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side. So I am holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams. So I am holding on. You'll never let go of me. Holding on to you. You are my God. I know you'll see me through. You are my God, I'm holding on to you. You are my God, I know you'll see me through. You are my God, I'm holding on to you. You are my God, I know you'll see me through. You are my God, I'm holding on to you. You are my God, I know you'll see me through. Through every storm of life, I know you're by my side, so I'm holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams, so I'm holding on. You'll never let go of me. I know you're by my side, so I'm holding on to your promises. You are the God who holds my future, all my dreams, so I'm holding on. You'll never let go of me. I'm holding on to you. You are my God, I know you'll see me through. You are my God, I'm holding on to you. You are my God, I know you'll see me through.
Everybody go on back through here. I want to invite you all now, as you leave, to go on up to the preschool playground where we have some water slides set up and we have a pizza and salad lunch prepared. If you came to church today and didn't have your swimsuit with you, you're going to be here for a while. So run home, get it, come on back. We'll have plenty of time to play up there. So if that's what you want to do, you're welcome to do that. But now, let us prepare for our benediction. May God bless us and keep us and hold us in the palm of God's hand. Amen.